This Bitcoin dump from 48,900 right here is one that we have seen before. I mean, you should know about this because it happened in 2019 as well. Except you have never heard about Fibonacci in your life. Because if you know anything about Fibonacci, then you should have been expecting this. So, I have shown you this numerous times, yes? If you follow Understanding Crypto, then you would have seen this a lot of the times. Each time you see a drop like this, take your Fibonacci tool from the top to the bottom of that drop. The 0.618 is where you want to sell from. The same thing here. Each time you see another drop like this one, take from the top of the drop to the bottom of the drop. The 0.618 is where you want to sell from. Now, you must consider the possibility of price going as high as the 786 right here. So this is also possible. And even with its possibility, it maintains the idea that price can still come back to the downside, which means that if you sold right here, you may want to not sell everything, yeah? On the idea that price can still go up here and then you finish your sales. Now, note that price may as well just go straight up. There is no guarantee, yeah? It might as well just go straight up to 100 million. Nobody knows. But the idea is that you must secure the profits that you made from whenever you bought down here. So if you bought down here, if you bought here, if you bought anywhere down here, you want to secure those profits as price gets to these levels right here. Whether you choose to sell everything is completely up to you. Now, with my own strategy, if I can prove this bottom, if I know why it bottomed here, I will know if I should be selling here and what amount I should be selling. So it does not really need that I catch the exact bottom, but I need to be able to prove why it bottomed here. And why did it bottom here? It bottomed here, ladies and gentlemen, because if you take the same Fibonacci tool, let's take the same Fibonacci tool, we turn this into the line chart so that we see that clearly, we get more accurate measurements. We take the same Fibonacci tool from this bottom right here in 2018. So we take from 2018 to the all-time high right here. Yes, all-time high. We see why it bottomed right there. This is the 786 Fibonacci level, and this is the level where I tell you that is the institutional zone. So institutions would like to buy here. They see this as a good discount for them. This is the reason why they buy. And this is something which I usually talk about a lot of the times, that if you cannot prove the bottom, you cannot say it is the bottom. So if you do that, you will see why BTC bottomed right here, why we have a local bottom right here. Now, according to our Fibonacci methods, which I've been teaching you here, you will know that from the 0.786, the zone where you want to be where you want to secure most of your profits or sell off. If that was a trade, you want to sell off completely. The zone where you want to do that, if you bought at the 0.786, is the 0.236. So 0.236 will be this one. Now, 0.236 puts us where? At 51K. So that's why I am still, on the idea, it could drop. Yeah, it could just continue to drop. It must not go there. But the reason why I have not just declared that, hey, I think this is it, I think we are just going to tank now, as some bears will be saying online, is because we have not gone here. Yeah, it remains a possibility. It remains a very big possibility. If we did top out like we did just from 48K from this level instead, yeah, that would be my cue for, I think we are not going to go higher, honestly. Yeah, if we reject it from here, just like we did at 48K, that will be the point where I say, I don't know, but I have no other reason to believe that we are going to go higher. But since we have not topped out from this level, it remains a possibility. Now, this 0.786 right here, which is the Fibonacci measurement from the all-time high to the local bottom right here, and we are using this as the local bottom because we can prove it. We can prove that this was the local bottom. It was the exact same thing that I gave you for Jito. I think it's Jito. The other day I gave you Jito on Telegram. I told you that I think this coin has bottomed. Yes? Watch what happened. Yes, it's up more than 50. It should be up more than how many percent as of now? It's up by 61% as of now. I gave you this coin on Telegram the other day, and I even talked about it on Twitter. I told you right here that, hey, please note that I have not done any research on this coin. However, the current zone that you see to be the 1.618 should ideally be its bottom, which this means that I cannot prove that it goes lower. Not that it cannot go lower, but I simply cannot prove that it goes lower according with my analysis. So this current zone, which I gave you this coin at $1.60, which I made another forecast telling you that, hey, I think this thing will still go up. So if you did not buy it, then you should be considering it. Yeah? Not financial advice, of course. But that's the exact same idea that I am using for BTC now. I gave you this coin at $1.60. Right now, we are looking at that coin when it's at $2.59. So it's the exact same strategy, the exact same method that I use always. Yeah. So all of these moves that I forecast to the upside or downside is the exact same strategy. Some of you actually bought the coin when I spoke about it right here. It went up here and started to come back to the downside. You probably sold, thinking that, hey, I lost and this. No, when it went up and came back to the downside, I saw that as a double bottom. Yeah. So it's all about proving. If you can prove that this was the bottom, then the only other way to go is up. Yeah, that's the beauty of Fibonacci analysis. If you can prove a bottom, then the only other way to go is up. If you can prove a potential top, then the only other way to go is down. It's the same thing that I did with Solana, showing you Solana topping out at 115 to 119. The same exact thing, which I gave you Solana again to buy back at $90. Yeah, and it rallied from there. It's the exact same strategy. So this thing with Mr. BTC, the reason why I cannot just confirm this 0.618 to have been the top is because first, everybody knows about this level. Most people do not know about this one. And this one is also a possibility, but it's the highest, absolute highest I can forecast. From here, I will stop my analysis on Bitcoin and I will only do analysis again when we get to 31. So that's basically the reason why, I'm reluctant to just call this a top. Have I sold off some of my holdings? Of course, I sold off. I secure myself. I told you guys the other day on Telegram and I think Discord and Twitter as well that I sold off some of my holdings to secure my profits. Yeah. But the idea is that, if I was to go short, I will not go short here, because I know that there is still a possibility of price going as high as this particular level. So I will not go short here, except we have a clear reason to confirm that this was indeed the top. Now, note that I have my core holdings that I will be investing into, even if I know there could be a crash. That is on the idea that if there is no crash, then I still make a lot of gains. So I have my core holdings that I continuously invest into. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.